Hey, everybody, how are you? I wanted to just come up, do a really quick live with you guys. We'll give it a minute for you guys to get on in here. And I will go ahead and get some information shared out here. As you can see on the screen, I don't think anybody was expecting this, but Bill Cosby is going to be released from prison. His conviction has been overturned by a court of law. Um, his sex assault conviction has been overturned by the court. Let's go ahead and, kind of jump on in to exactly what the Philadelphia Inquirer is saying, which is honestly the best source of information because this is where this is all happening in Philadelphia. So they're the hometown newspaper. And we're going to take a look here. I don't know if anyone has did any sort of like press conference on this yet, but I would be expecting one to happen sometime today. So Bill Cosby's conviction has been overturned by the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. His 2019 sexual assault conviction was overturned and barred a retrial in the case. A lot of people felt like Bill Cosby got railroaded for a lot of different reasons. I'm not here to dismiss anyone's, thoughts or feelings or emotions when it comes to a sexual assault. I was not there. I was not on this jury. I can only attest to the information and the facts that are being presented, and that's just how I keep it. Now, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court has overturned his sexual assault conviction, ruling that a non-prosecution agreement with a previous prosecutor should have prevented him from being charged in the first place. So originally, when he was actually charged with this and they took him to trial, a previous prosecutor had already set up a non-prosecution agreement with him. So he should have never even went to trial. He should have never even been charged. The 83-year-old comedian has served more than 2 years of a 3 to 10 year sentence in a state prison in Montgomery County after his conviction on charges that he drugged and molested Temple University employee Andrea Constand in 2004. He was recently denied parole, in part over his refusal to admit guilt or acknowledge any remorse for crimes he maintains he did not commit. The case had a complicated history that began in 2005 when Andrea Constand first reported the alleged assault to the then Montgomery County DA Bruce Castor, who ultimately declined to file charges on the case. You guys, it was this Bill Cosby situation that started the whole cancel culture. I know y'all can relate to what I'm saying right now. When this happened with Bill Cosby, it was like this cancel culture just started to flourish and people were getting canceled left and right. Accusations from 40 years ago that were being brought up, people were being paid for in the press, or the press was paying for these stories. And, it didn't matter how long ago it was. It doesn't matter if they maybe paid their debt to society or whatever. It's all about exposing, right? All right. The DA's successors, the ones after him, DA, reopened the case and charged Bill Cosby in 2015, just days before the 12-year statute of limitations expired, and amid a barrage of new accusations from women across the country. At the time, Castor objected to the new prosecution. Now, this is the DA, their own district attorney. He himself objected to this prosecution because he said he struck a deal with Bill Cosby and his lawyers not to prosecute him for Andrea Constand's assault if Cosby agreed to sit for a deposition in a civil case she had filed against him. So peep game. Andrea Constand got some money out of this for sure. And basically, it's almost like it was agreed that he wouldn't be prosecuted criminally, but that he would absolutely have to sit and be deposed in the civil lawsuit. So Andrea Constand would have had to have agreed to that as well. So I'm a little confused on why Andrea Constand, after she knew all of this, was doing all those Dateline specials and stuff, you agreed. She would have had to have agreed to this. Excerpts from the deposition were ultimately used against him at this trial. It's cold-blooded, man. The court systems, man, they are cold-blooded. He was charged in late 2015 when a prosecutor armed with newly unsealed evidence, his damaging deposition from the lawsuit, arrested him days before that 12-year statute of limitations expired. And you can see here, this right here is the actual documents released by the Supreme Court. You can absolutely go look at these if you want and read through these, but basically it has been decided as of today. And the judge is saying in this declaration here, everything that I just said to you. And it goes into additional details of the events of that night. This is like 80 pages. I'm not going to sit here and read all of this, but feel free if you'd want, and I would read it to you guys, but I don't have the time to do that today. But if you want to go read through those documents, there's a link. By the way, shout out to Dalai Lama's Tea, because she's the one that told me that about this. We were up in the Discord hanging out and talking and chatting and stuff like that, and it was mentioned in the chat. So give me just 1 second. I want to grab one more thing here. What I want to find out before I let y'all go is, how soon is he going to be released? When is that release going to happen? Give me a second. I'm going to just take this screen off for just actually, hold that thought. Okay. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I wanted to cover my screen because I want to look for something that I want to show you guys. Give me just a sec here. I just want to see if, okay. We might get some more information here.
As far as Cosby's appeals are concerned. And in my reading of the case, and I just want to be clear, we just got it. The entire opinion runs over 70 pages. We're still digesting it here in the newsroom, but it would appear to set him free. So he'll be released from prison. And it would appear to accept some of the appeals that have been winding through the courts for many years now, and that his defense lawyers had often made that there were aspects of the trial that they argued were unusual, that brought in information and allegations that were not directly germane, or that is to say relevant to that charges that he were convicted of. And at the time, originally, that was considered okay. That was allowed by the judges based on different doctrines, including the similarity between those other allegations and the charges he was convicted of. Here you have the Supreme Court saying no, otherwise. And I think the big question that viewers may have is this over? Is this the end? It would appear to be the end, because this is the highest court in the state.
Now, he had served 2 years. He was up for parole in May, and they denied parole in May. It was a 10-year sentence. And according to some of the reporting here from Philadelphia, from the AP that I'm seeing, I know you haven't had a chance to go through this, and neither have I, that part of this overturning of the conviction was based on a prior agreement he had with prosecutors, which said that he could not have even been charged in the case. And recall that this was his second trial after a mistrial. So that conviction came after, the second attempt to convict him by the prosecutors.
Exactly. And these appeals have been winding the courts on two major issues. That issue, which was a alleged prior agreement with Mr. Castor, who was the previous district attorney, and then these issues of what else was brought into the case. And so it's really striking because this was considered at the time by many who follow these kind of cases of sexual assault as a kind of a breakthrough case where things that had fallen by the wayside or not been charged in the past. Indeed, that original agreement that you mentioned, Andrea, was controversial for many reasons, but was considered
okay.
at the time a kind of lenience or deals that are struck.
Really quick. Thank you very much, Black Diamond. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Glad you're doing well. It's just really quick. Just wanted to kind of show you the local news station footage. This is actually local footage. They're at the prison right now. The news helicopters are actually flying over the prison right now, waiting for Bill Cosby to walk out these doors. He is going to walk out of prison a free man today, any moment now. Time. And it's so interesting. If you do a Google search for Bill Cosby release time, the very first thing that you'll see is a USA Today link that talked about how he was denied parole and that he will not be released from prison anytime soon. This was on May 27th. And what do you know? A month later, he is being released. He is not only being released immediately, his conviction has been completely overturned. He is considered an innocent man. So people are waiting to see Bill Cosby come out, of this prison. I wonder if he's going to make a statement to anyone at all. Let me just take a look. There was some other footage I wanted to see what they were talking about.
And Aaron, talk to us a little bit more about how exactly this happened, because this went from a man.
Bill Cosby's due process rights, and the only remedy the decision said was to let him go, and we understand he will be released sometime today, but also he cannot be prosecuted again on these charges.
Cannot be prosecuted again on these charges. Erica Tursi.
Hey, Centel, baby.
I want to bring in ABC News legal contributor Dan Abrams on that point. Dan, the fact that he will not only be let out of prison, but cannot be prosecuted on these charges again. What does this mean for Bill Cosby going forward?
Look, this means that this is over for Bill Cosby. But what this does not mean is that Bill Cosby has been cleared. Right. This is when we talked to you, you questioned Aaron a moment ago about the court's reference to him as a victim. Right. He's a legal victim, meaning they're not suggesting that, that he was a victim in the same way we would use the word to describe, of course, a woman who has been sexually assaulted. What they mean is that he was snookered, in effect, is what the court is saying. And the context of that is that he had not agreed yet to testify in the context of a civil lawsuit, and that the only reason that he ultimately agreed to testify in a civil lawsuit against him was because the prosecutor had assured his lawyers that he wouldn't be.
I don't see him live, Dalai Lama.
I
don't see Fox News live.
He invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, and he would not have testified in connection with a civil case.
No, I don't think so, Gloria.
Testimony in connection with a civil case was some of the most important evidence presented against him in the trial. So this is not a frivolous this legal argument, but let's also be clear, this is not a statement by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court that somehow these women weren't credible or that somehow this account wasn't credible. There's nothing about that to take away from this Pennsylvania Supreme Court opinion.
Dan Abrams, thank you so much. And important to note that this is not a declaration of Cosby's innocence, but this was his conviction being overturned on technical grounds, a matter of law, not fact. And on that note, I want to bring in our ABC News Live Prime anchor, Lindsay Davis. Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us. You have covered this case for years. And when this news came out today, you and others close to the case were not surprised.
Well, you know, having watched the Pennsylvania Supreme Court hear this case several months back, they were grappling with, they were pushing back on the prosecution, basically asking a number of questions, not only with regard to this situation with Bruce Castor, the former district.
Well, guys, that is going to be taught, on news stations for the rest of the day today. At this point, probably the next big event will be seeing him walk out of that prison in Pennsylvania. So, big news day today. By the way, guys, I wanted to go ahead and drop my Discord link in the chat for you guys. Y'all come on over to the Discord. We are having a lot of fun. We're going to have a pre-premiere party today. Hey, Shannon, we're going to have a pre-premiere party today. Before I do my live video, it's going to be the Peaceful Loving Doxing Edition Part 2 that I'm going to be talking about. Hold on just a second. I want to get the link so I can invite you guys in. Hold on. It's different between PC versus, there we go, invite people. All right. All right, this link is good forever. So here you go. I'm going to throw it in the chat. Y'all come on over to Discord. Probably around 4 Central Standard or so, I'll be live over on Discord. Yes, you can go live on Discord. And we are going to do a watch party. We are going to watch all of the evidence regarding this whole peaceful, loving doxing situation. And then I'm going to come up on here and do my Screwed and Chopped live about it. I find it very interesting. I'm glad people are talking about it because, see, some people tried to play in our faces. Like, I don't dox anyone. I didn't dox anyone. But here's your doxer over here, like trying to I got to show you a clip that Fi talked about this, and it'll just explain it better. So we're going to just have like a pre-watch party, and you'll kind of get an insight into how I prepare for my live streams that I do. So there you go. And honestly, Discord's popping. Shannon, I think it was you that originally recommended it to me, and I had told you, that's something us techies use, we don't typically use it for this, but honestly, since I created it, I realized how much or how useful this Discord is. And it has essentially replaced all the Instagram groups I ever had. Those groups were a lot of fun. Well, we are having that same amount of fun in the Discord. You don't have to be my friend if you want to join in. I have private channels that I can add people to that I know are, cool as hell with me. So I don't, there's that great thing about permissions and how I can have channels that I can talk and communicate in that I don't have to worry about necessarily everybody in the Discord seeing it. So if you're my enemy, feel free to join the Discord. It doesn't make me any difference. You guys stalk my every move anyway. Derek, hey, how are you? Shout out to Derek White. Definitely go follow Derek over there. How have you been? It's good to see you. Salute, sir. But definitely go to the Discord. I've got voice channels on there. We've got text only channels. The Chop It Up channel is pretty interesting and fun. And, you know, I'm still working on the channel structure, the roles, the permission groups. There's a lot to setting this up, the Discord up. So, and there is a possibility that you already know I've been talking to you guys about like changing some things around about how I do things, and I'm going to be going behind the Patreon walls for some of the stuff that I do. But I also feel like the same thing can be applied to Discord, because I can have a private channel, and it can, you know, people can pay to be a part of that. And that was for more of the exclusive type stuff. So yeah, like we're having a lot of fun, and I really love the fact that I can literally live stream within Discord. I can literally share my screen. I can even do it, share my mobile phone screen. And at the same time be interacting with audio and video with other people. You don't even have to be on video if you don't want to be, type stuff. I would just say to you guys, I am working on the rules, and so that will all be updated soon. But just know that doxing is not allowed in my Discord, so don't do that. Please do not spam my Discord. I've got bots that I've been setting up to eliminate that issue, and it looks like we're doing pretty good. I haven't seen any spam in the last couple of days, but it's a work in progress. So you guys come on over, join us, have fun with us. And like I said, I will be live in the Leak You, what is the room called? It's the Leak You Hangout. Hold on. What is it called? That window or that channel? Told y'all I'm really okay. It's the Leak You Hangout shows and streams. Actually, I'm going to rename that. I'm going to just call it Leak You Hangout. This will be like the main hangout for like voice, audio, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so it's a voice channel. And, you know, like I said, I will be up there probably around 4 o'clock or so today, Central Standard Time. I've got some work I got to do. Work always comes first, but when I'm off work, I'll be on the Discord and we'll chop it up. Thanks, guys. You know, have a really good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time. And I'll drop that Discord link one more time in the chat just in case. Bye, guys.